welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Kimiki and it's been a year. Alright, let's get into the video. So today we're going to be talking about the movie Triangle. It is a psychological horror film that was released on October 16, 2009, written and directed by Christopher Smith. Great! It had a $12 million budget, but only brought in $1.6 million in the box office. So that should tell you what kind of movie it is, you know. The way this movie is laid out, I was expecting them to make more money. Not that it's a good movie, but it's just something that's so bad or so confusing that you're expecting your audience to come back multiple times just to understand what the heck is going on. The last movie that we did, Cabin Fever, I watched that 5 times. This movie, I watched over 10 times. Just to write a script about it in a way that you guys could probably understand because it's that confusing. Not even the director himself can explain to you. I watched the behind the scenes and nobody that's in the movie, nobody that acted in the movie, nobody that made the movie can explain the movie. It was literally a drunk dream.
I have no idea where that idea came from. It just came to me on the spot, drinking a glass of champagne or something in Cannes, which is what all directors do, you just drink champagne.
And because of the concept that they made up, they had to create a story around it. And the story was so stupid. While we go on this journey together, keep in mind I did not give you all the funnies, so you're welcome to go watch it on Tubi for yourself if you want to watch all of the bullshit real time. That's Jess, loving mother of her autistic son. She's so loving and caring, right? Wrong! That's what she wants you to think. She was invited on a sailing trip by Greg, but Greg also invites Sally and Downey, and Sally brings Heather as a way to like hook up Greg with Heather.
Yeah, she needs a break. You don't like her? Believe me, she's the best looking of Sally's friends. Which Graham doesn't say much.
So they're all going on a trip, a sailing trip. I never understood why people go on boats. It's the same thing. This is the second movie we're talking about people taking a boat to somewhere and I don't understand it. Maybe people need to stop making movies about boats. It should have stopped at Titanic, and not even Titanic was that good. Titanic was also a piece of shit movie. Anyways, they take the boat called the Triangle out into the ocean. Out of nowhere, there's this storm. It capsizes. A whole bunch of crazy shit happens. Get the mainsail! Hell breaks loose and they lose Heather into the storm. She just gets sucked out of the boat. And they see in the distance this big boat, and they magically board the boat and they see thingy like a little shrine, and the boat is called the Aeolus because Sisyphus has to push a rock up the hill. I'm gonna let them explain it for you.
The Aeolus.
Aeolus. Aeolus was the great god of the winds and the father of Sisyphus, a man condemned by the gods to the task of pushing a rock up a mountain only to see it roll back down again.
That's a pretty shitty punishment. What do you do?
He cheated death. Or no, he made a promise to death that he didn't keep. I studied it, but I can't remember. Can we just keep on moving, please?
So they hear something and it turns out to be keys. So Jess is like, but then the fact that she was like, these are my keys, and she didn't just take out the other keys that she had in her pocket. She was just like, look, this is my son on the locket. Like, that's kind of sus. Just take out both the keys, because then they'd be like, why do you have 2 sets of house keys? That's kind of weird. Why is Sally still trying to look for Heather? She got sucked out, babe.
Wait, so you had them with you on the yacht? Yes. It's gotta be Heather.
Oh, come on.
Well, how else did they get here?
You're saying it was Heather dropping her keys but not bothering to stop and say, hey, people, guess what? I didn't drown.
Well, why not?
Maybe Heather wasn't supposed to be there, so death kind of made her go. as a way to save her from all the bullshit you guys are about to go through. So they go to this ballroom, and at first looks very laid out, whatever they set up at fancy tables. Jess spots somebody in the mirror.
I saw someone.
Fuck!
Wait!
Victor goes after the person, then Greg, then Jess follows. Heather and Downey want to go with them, but Downey says no, stay, for reasons. I don't know what's stopping them from going and following the rest of the, because that would, if they stuck together, they're doing some Scooby-Doo shit where they want to split up. I don't know why, but they could have just stuck together and everything would have been sorted out mad quick, because they would have all seen the twist happen. Greg goes off and Jess follows, and they walk around until they see an open door with steam coming out of it. They go to inspect it and see a message in blood that reads, "Go to theater." So Greg says some dumb stuff to create an issue between them so they can officially split up.
Greg, that was blood. Are you just gonna ignore it?
I know guys that work on ships like this. They see us, they get bored, they're just letting off some steam.
They rescue us from the sea and then they just hide for fun?
Yeah. Well, what's your theory?
Her response to him here makes no sense, considering Tommy is somewhere, but it isn't school.
Ships don't just magically appear out of nowhere. They have skippers. I mean, in your world right now, maybe they don't.
My world is waiting outside school for his mother to pick him up and talk to me about my world.
Downey and Sally get told to meet in the theater. By whom? We don't know. And we, as the audience, know they didn't go to the room with the steam. From Sally's freak out over less blood than an always ultra thin, it's clear that she would have freaked out even more if she did see the bloody mirror. She still thinks Heather is here.
Downey, I can't see any more blood. I don't think she's in here.
To be honest with you, honey, I don't think she's even on the ship.
Okay, so whose blood was that?
Jess heads back to the ballroom where the food is now rotten. Victor comes in with his last breath to kill that bitch. And she's like, what the I didn't do anything to you. She finishes the job. We're gonna say finishes the job for now because she doesn't know. She hears a gunshot and heads over to the theater, where Sally is screaming at the top of her lungs.
No! Oh, you fucking bitch! You shot him! What?
Greg told them that Jess shot him.
Not Jess, but Jess. But there's Jess up there shooting at Jess. Jess gets everybody except Jess. Wow, that's confusing.
I didn't do it! I was with Victor. Someone attacked him.
Someone.
You think I did it?
Why did you tell us to come to the theater?
I didn't. Sally, I did. I didn't. My God, you're fucking schizo!
But the person who shot Greg is now shooting at them and gets Downey and Sally. She runs away, grabs a knife, runs up to the top of the ship to see there are no lifeboats. While running, she gets clocked in the back of the head with a shotgun. After fighting off the masked attacker, she sees the overturned yacht, and then boom, that's the twist. That's the twist. The twist is that she is Sisyphus, supposedly, in Christopher's terms.
She is put into this kind of purgatory where she's forever stuck, like the character Sisyphus in the story, pushing a rock up a mountain only to see it roll back down again.
Okay. I don't understand how this is an interesting story because Jess is such a boring character. Her only character trait is that she has an autistic son. That's it. That is the whole conflict of her leaving Greg to go back to the ballroom. Girl, you're not that good of a mom. And we're about to find out that in a minute. Ugh. She runs around the boat and it gets to the part where she drops her keys. Again.
Dude.
He cheated death. Or no, he made a promise to death that he didn't keep. I studied it, but I can't remember. Can we just keep on moving?
If she had the keys, are those the keys that were dropped by the other Jess? Or are those the keys that she had in the first place when she got on the boat? Because she really could have just held them up together and called it a day.
Shit. How did you get here so fast?
Victor, you gotta listen to me. We don't have much time.
Whoa, what's going on? Where's Greg?
He's dead.
What?
No, I mean, he was dead. He's not dead now.
Oh, what are you saying?
Downstairs, right now, is a copy of myself. Me, walking and talking with Greg.
What?
There are bodies all over the ship. Your body is on the floor of the restaurant with a hole in your head.
Listen, I'm gonna do you a favor, okay? I'm not gonna tell anyone about this.
She's trying to explain the shalabaloo to him and then accidentally kills her.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh my god!
Victor dies for no reason, just to kill Victor. Wow. Only someone in her situation would understand. There's me. There's another chest. Like, please just go to the other chest with everybody there. Matter of fact, let them all pile up on the boat at once and have a big party in the ballroom. What are you guys gonna do? Have a fucking battle royale on the boat? I think everybody would just chill and be like, damn, they really keep sending us back, huh? Like, I don't think that anybody would kill anybody, and I don't get the point of why you need to kill them. What's the consequence of keeping them on the boat if they keep coming? Why do you need to keep killing people? So she runs off to this room after killing Victor, and she sees some notes on the ground, and apparently she doesn't know her own handwriting because she has to rewrite a note to compare it to the ones that were already there. But then she looks down in this locket-filled drain. Like a dumbass, her locket drops in there too. She grabs a gun to kill the now Jess. But when she goes into the room, she pussies out. You have her right there. Victor's like, oh, so she wasn't lying. There are two Jesses. Ready to bad chill out like he's about to die in the corner. And you could have just killed her right then and there and proved the point. Victor dies again.
You see, I'm not crazy.
Oh.
This didn't happen before. You tried to strangle me, remember?
So she goes down to find Sally and Downey, gives them the gun after explaining the situation, and is like, don't trust anybody.
Don't trust anyone. If anyone comes, you shoot them.
What the fuck are you talking about?
And then Scarface Jess comes in. We find out that it's not just past Jess and the Jess that just ran away. There's past Jess. And I think that if that was a fresh scar, it wouldn't look so healed. She went away, did her prosthetic makeup, changed her clothes, and came back in less than 5 minutes when she ran in the opposite direction. Are you dumb, Downey? Are you fucking redacted? I really hope that you're understanding. They follow Scar Jess to the room and they get slaughtered, bro. Slaughtered like the lambs that they are, baby. The stupid little sheep. And Jess is like, what the fuck? I just went away for 2 seconds, bro. How did y'all get killed already? Do better, maybe. So Sally makes the distress call that we hear at the start of the movie when she's like, oh, they're killing everyone. Hi, baby. And I'm like, if this is the case, why are you killing people? Why not just sit by the radio and wait for that distress call moment to happen over and over again? And just be like, don't get on the ship, you dumbass. Whatever you do not get on the ship. There's a functional radio. And they're running around killing each other. You can't tell me that that makes any sense, bro. The plan shouldn't be to kill them. It should be to sit there and wait till the radio works. But hindsight's 2020, right? We get to see where all the Sally bots go to die. While everybody else gets thrown off the ship, Sally, she gets her own little part on the side of the ship where all the Sally bots go to die. So there's a whole bag of dead Sally bodies. Now, I don't understand why you're going to try and make me believe the stench that that pile creates. Nobody smelt it and tried to clear it up. I'm talking to you, Scar Jess. Jess sees Jess killing Jess, and now Jess decided to go clear up the body of the others. I'm talking about Downey and Greg that Scar Jess killed in the theater. All while the Jess that just killed Jess is running around making the mistakes she made. She could have just walked up the stairs or made a noise like, hey, be careful, you might be accidentally stabbed in the medulla. But nope. She clears up the bodies and is now ready to fully embrace her villain arc.
Jesus, what happened to you? Where's Greg?
Greg told me to tell you we should meet in the theater.
There's a theater.
Yes, it's just that way.
Where are you going?
I'll see you there.
Okay, she's really starting to freak me out now.
Makes her quick work of Greg, who notices that this whole time she's been doing this in heels.
Jess? Jess, what are you doing? What is this? Come on.
I'm so sorry.
No!
She kills him and everyone else with accuracy, and once again misses herself, but because she already knows what she did,
it's easy for her to follow and catch up back with herself, which is how the other Jess caught up with her the first time, because other Jess knew what she was doing, because other Jess already went through it, so other Jess just did what
oh god. Past Jess still remembers what went on in that fight, so she also should know that she escapes, but instead of just killing herself, we get the whole first chase just from past Jess's POV. The same thing. She falls off the boat and miraculously gets ashore to find her way home. Now, Jess is getting ready to go on a boat ride with her son. At the start that we saw her son get put in the car with her, and then it just skips to them leaving town to go to the harbor, but we never see the son on the trip. She just shows up being mad weird. We're about to find out what happened. So now Jess is getting ready to go on a boat ride with her son, who makes a mess because past Jess tries to get his attention through the window.
I'll just clean it off, shall I?
So new Jess slaps him, which makes past Jess mad. So she goes to the shed for a weapon and unalives now Jess. She had such a hard time shooting herself in the head before, killing herself in all these other situations before, but when she sees herself doing something to her son, which she did right before going on this boat trip with no remorse at all, she's whacking her skull like a fly got into her eardrums. Like, she is going at it. So Tommy sees this, he's freaking out. Tommy's her autistic son. I'm sorry, I don't know if I mentioned that. This seemingly nice lady from the start, just calming her child down from the trauma she created, from the trauma she witnessed through the window. Past Jess, whose orders must be kicking by now, heads to the harbor with Tommy and tells him she's changed. And Tommy looks like he's heard it all before.
This is Mommy. Mommy's nice.
She hits a bird and Tommy freaks out. When she goes to dump the bird, she sees a pile of birds and then gets back in the car. Tommy's freaking out because there's blood on the windshield. This is your child. You know how he is. Maybe wipe off the blood a little bit before you fucking drive away so that you don't have to do what comes next. She keeps losing focus on the road to look at him. Ma'am, that's what a rear view mirror is for. You don't need to turn your head fully back to talk to your son. Even if he opens the door, I doubt that he will have enough time to unbuckle himself to get out of the car before you can stop. So it's better to just focus on the road. They didn't focus and they got whacked by a truck. It unalives Tommy, and new Jess is now dead on the street. Old Jess is now standing up like, and then this cab driver pulls up and she says, yeah, take me to the harbor. So she gets taken to the harbor, and then the cab driver was like, you are going to come back, right? I'm going to leave the meter running. You're going to be leaving the meter running for a whole other loop. You can just go back in the loop multiple times. And at some point, can't she just write a note that just says, please pay attention to the road? Of all the things you're writing on the notes talking about, if they board, kill them. No. How about if you get off the boat, just pay attention to the road. If you get off the boat, leave Tommy at his father's house while you go on this trip. If you get off the boat, how about actually bring Tommy to school for once so that he can be safe somewhere? If they all get on the boat, don't even let them get on the boat. Stick your head out and say, please don't get on the boat. Some fucked up shit happens if you're gonna get on this boat. Just stop them. Don't run around and freak out every time somebody was. There's so many ways. I think that they meant that she tries to cheat debt, not death, because that meter run-in for her to go through the loop and then unalive herself and then do it again, it's just gonna have a very high meter. And if it's anything like, you know, cabs here, girl, you're gonna be paying a lot more. It's rinse and repeat, and it's implied that she does this over and over and over and over again. And that is the movie Triangle. I don't know what to think about it, babe. I don't know if I even explained that correctly. I'm gonna hope that I did, but sorry. Thank you for watching. Have a good day. No, seriously. If you made it through this, you're a real one.
Over there, I can see someone. Hello? We need help. We've capsized.
Start off and you go into the film, and in the first 15 minutes you think, I know exactly how this film's going to end. I know exactly what this film's about. I know exactly what the characters are going to do, and I know exactly where they're going. And then about 15 minutes in, you go like, oh my God, I haven't got a clue what's happening. Everything's completely out of control. I have no idea what this film is about. I have no idea where it's going.
Play the really crazy one, actually, the one that's been from the car accident, the one that's just been in the loop so many times. That's really fun, 'cause she's just so over it, you know. That's been really fun to play.
Well, I think people at the end will be working out whether is she dead, you know. I mean, that's another reading which I really strongly put into the movie, is that she's this bad mother and that she gets killed in a car crash, but because she's a bad mother and because she hits her child, she is put into this kind of purgatory where she's forever stuck, like the character Sisyphus in...
This for me is about a woman that witnesses a part of herself that is not nice at all, and she's going to spend a lifetime, even if she goes back into the loop one more time, in order to change it and to come back out the other end and hopefully be a complete, whole, good person.